Finding your YouTube niche and making videos in that one niche is probably the fastest and best way to build your YouTube channel. But this is not this type of video. If you're someone who is like me and who is not in a one and only niche, please stay tuned. This video is for you. So on YouTube, you can find a lot of videos about how to find your niche, the benefits of having a niche, what to do to get into your niche, etc., etc. But I am not currently in one niche. So here is a video to talk about pros of not being in one niche, because I feel like I don't see much of those videos happening about multiple niches, and at least not saying only the pros. People will tell you the cons in other videos, but talk about the pros, I don't know. There's some videos probably in there. Now on TikTok, I've started to see more people talk about having multiple niches, but I don't know if it's gotten to YouTube yet. And I feel as a person who is currently in multiple niches, I can give you 3 pros of what having multiple niches have given me. Maybe I'm Celissa, maybe I'm not, but you can call me Rice because that's my nickname. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back. As I said before, I'm a content creator who is in several niches, and I'm going to explain you how that all works and give you my tips on how I feel it's a benefit to me and how niching down was not the right way for me to go about it. And maybe this can help you on your YouTube journey, or if you're not even creating content, could be entertainment for you or just listening in. So basically, I am in 3 niches right now, or even in between that makes me my own niche. Let me explain. I'm in content creating, where I have like Twitch update, news, talks, while saying tips like this video, talking about content creation, things I learned along the way or sharing my journey. I'm also doing lifestyle content, which has not only vlogs, which share content creation too, but also has like reviews or fashion videos or like meal prep, cooking, things like that I do to a day-to-day basis. But I also have gaming, because I do a lot of Twitch content that is mostly specific gaming or discussion oriented, but still mostly gaming, and with shorts mixed in there. And I do reviews also in this YouTube channel. And this is my only YouTube channel, which is another pro. People be like, oh yeah, go do several YouTube channels, and that's also more work, more balancing. So maybe tip number 1 for you, which wasn't even the spontaneity. I can't say it.
Spontaneity.
Being spontaneous. Changing my tip 1 that I had in my mind to this tip is that you can be way more spontaneous when you have everything on one channel, especially starting off YouTube. Yes, I've been on YouTube and I started using 2020, got into it more in 2021, but really have been regular, maintaining a good schedule in 2022, and I've seen the difference and growth, even though I'm not in one niche, because I started only being in one niche and I was miserable and I had creative block. Being in one niche was making me get creative block, so that's why I had to get out of that. Tip 2 is that it stops you from having creative block. In my opinion, you can be less constrained, so you have more creative access and you can do whatever you want in that creative bubble, because you're not limited by strings of a niche to go and create that. So it's more relaxed. Like if I'm saying anything, if your niche is gaming, then one of my niche, I wouldn't be able to do like I'm doing now. I'll sit down and just talk to you, because I'm not playing a game. I'm not specifically talking about a game. I'm not giving tips about a game. So if I only had gaming and came out the blue here saying, here's why content creation is great if you don't have a niche, you're like, what's this? This is it makes out of place. But since I am not in one niche, this is not out of place. So if you're a regular viewer, am I right or am I right? Bad. 1. That leads to tip 3. Thanks to that, you can experiment and feel more at ease with that experiment, because you don't have the weight of going out your niche. So when you go experiment, you can see how, one, your audience, your analytics react. When I say your audience, your returning viewers react, or whoever, because this could be applied outside of YouTube also. You can see how the reaction continue in that route, decide to change, but it wouldn't be odd man out, so it still fits in that tip number just now. So you still go and experiment, have fun, and it's not block in some sort of way, if that makes sense. Niche can help some people get more ideas because it's not all encompassing, if that makes sense. It's gonna limit your choices, but also it could be a block if you're someone who has a bunch of ideas and you're like, oh, but it doesn't fit and I want to do them all. So it's just more of a creative thing. I had 3 tips, and now the bonus tip is my last tip, but it's okay. The last tip was the best tip because the first tip was spontaneity, which kind of works, not really, because spontaneity, sorry, I get winded by myself because I wrote actually the script. That's why I don't like writing scripts. When I write scripts, I know it makes no sense. When I write scripts for my videos is when I get the most off track. When I sit here with 0 script, I stay on a subject. It's very odd. When I write a script, I go off the subject. When I don't write a script, I stay on the subject. I wrote a script, I shouldn't. I a script. I kind of just wrote like little ticks. Is it ticks you call them? Bullet points. It's not a script. I wrote bullet points. That's the issue. So I keep going off topic. But anyway, so bonus tip. YouTube is a search engine. So no matter what, people are going to search up videos, look at the content, and they can leave, like you, subscribe to the content you gave them, and never come back. But there's also some viewers who return. If they notice, okay, while looking at the videos, that's their niche, etc., etc. Once they don't need something specific in that niche, I feel they don't necessarily come back, depending on your niche. Or like they'll get in of like, okay, I'm good on this, and go to the next content creator. Whereas people who don't necessarily have per se a niche, I feel their content is more personality based, and I feel like that's the realm I'm in. While links are my content, is my personality, it's me doing this content. You could find this video from somebody else talking and saying different tips, etc., but you might sub to them and not sub to me, or you will sub to me and not sub to them, and return to watch my videos and not return to watch theirs because you just got the information you needed and left. Because again, you had a search, you got the answer, you watched the video, but you are not staying as a person who's going to return, who's going to engage and be an active member of the community. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like when you don't have a niche, since we're multifaceted people tend to more see you as human and not see you as, I get this from this person, I get that from this person, I get this from this person, and go and leave about their business. You still get that from me. There's some videos I know 100% from their view, it's just that they got what they wanted from it information wise, and then they left. Because as soon as the information is given, they're like, cool, I'll do that, and leave. I have some videos like that. If you're personality based, I feel like you see and notice returning viewers. There's more returning commenters. You start to know who's watching you. You kind of you start to know who watches you, who subscribe to you, etc., etc., because they're usuals. You start noticing usuals instead of just getting viewers. And that makes more of a community that most people, and I think you too, if you're watching this video, you just don't want to grow your channel and just let it be. You want to somewhat build a personable thing, like people. You realize it's people. You know, it's not bots, they're not robots, they're not plants, they're people who are following and subscribing or etc. to you, depending on the platform. So to me, it's more people oriented also if you don't have a niche. And again, you can wait till you go one niche, then you just make another channel. Lots of YouTubers do it, but I feel for me, organized wise, I like having one thing and everything on that channel. And I feel, it's just my opinion, people who might not have known things and might not have searched those videos themselves, when they watch a video, be like, oh, I wasn't aware of that, or they learn something new, and they'll be like, oh, interesting. Because for instance, on Twitch, for some reason, we used to talk about financial things. When I did a financial video on YouTube, nobody cared, for instance. But on Twitch, people liked me talking about finance, even though I'm learning still. Like, that's just an example. Well, I was just saying basic things, but some people thought that wasn't basic. So I was like, okay, I'll do a video. Did that work out? No, but I experimented. Would I do another financial? Maybe. I'm not a financial professional though, or a therapist or a life coach or anything. This is a disclaimer. But I'm just explaining you and giving you an example. What might work also on one platform, do a video here, do this, might not necessarily work on another one. So it's find your way kind of situation, and when you do find it and you're happy with it, because again, this is going slower because at the end of the day, people do want to take away something when they watch your channel. So which I think you do, I hope, if you watch my channel. And if you're a first time viewer, let me know in the comments if you take anything away. But I just want to reassure you, if you're doing this and you're scared, or if you're scared to start YouTube because you don't have a niche, you shouldn't start. You shouldn't start. You shouldn't be scared. You should go do it. See how you like it, because you might hate video editing, you might hate doing videos, you might hate answering comments, you might hate description, you might hate all of that. So you wouldn't even be here for the long run because you hate every aspect of it, but you wouldn't know if you hate it because you didn't try it yet. Does that make sense? Because you have the feeling to try, because you cannot try something and know you're not gonna like it, and feel like you don't want to try. But if you have the feeling to try it, why not go? And now this has become a go and try YouTube video. That wasn't the point. All I can say is those are my pros, the top 3 with a bonus, so top 4 tips. So tip 1, spontaneity, because I can't say it in English, I'll just write the word. Tip 2, it relaxes you, avoid creative block. Tip 3, it lets you experiment. And yes, spontaneity and experiment is not the difference. I can't say it in English, I'm sorry. For tip 1. And tip 4, which is the bonus tip, it lets people follow you for your personality and not for only what you offer them. They are there for what you offer as an education, learning, or just entertainment, but they're also there because they enjoy watching your content, which can be entertainment, but you know what I mean. They're there because they also like you, if that makes sense. Like, think about your favorite musician. Like, why you think people care if they're like wearing this or wearing that or going here or going that? It's because they also like them, not only their music. So that's the video. Thank you for watching until now. Watch one of these videos YouTube recommend, and what's next, whichever. And until next time, bye. But I was like, all right, bullet points to go quicker. I gotta learn. Know yourself, because you know yourself. And saying, oh, a YouTuber say to script, it's better. Scripting does not work for me. Good luck for those who it works for. It does not work for me. I am spontaneous. Bye.